Can buy a home these days. The rich keep getting richer and the poor poorer. World War III is buffering on the horizon while the ice caps are melting, and everyone you ask tells you how they just want to get through this week because they're holding on by a thread. But life is actually much better than we perceive it to be, and by the end of this video, you'll actually look forward to life. You want to take our challenge? Here are 15 things that make life worth living. Welcome to Alux, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. First up, passionate sex. All right, there goes our advertising revenue, but the point is valid, okay? If you know, you know. A great session will make you reevaluate life. You'd think there's no better feeling in the world, and the fact that you can get to do this again is more than enough to keep you going. The chase, the build-up, the act of it itself, the connection you're having with your other person, becoming one. Priceless. Some of you lost this. Some of you got caught up on the treadmill of life. Some of you never even went out looking for it, but it's out there. Some of you got lost in the digital world and almost got the two confused. Adult content doesn't even come close. A wise man once said, "It's hard to be sad about life when you're getting laid." Your partner. Finding your person is a wild ride, and everyone who's found them will tell you how amazing that journey is. Once you do it, you get to wake up every morning next to them. You get to cook together, to be silly together, to try new things together. They make your life better and give your life meaning. It's true what they say that you only appreciate someone after you lose them. So don't lose them. Don't take them for granted. You got your partner by being at your best, by being attentive, by displaying love and attraction. You stay with them by continuing to do the same things. Yet most people forget that. It's like you played a role. You put up a facade and set a trap for them, and once you captured them, you no longer cared. They see that, they feel that, and they probably respond the same way, and you both lose. A great partner walks hand in hand with you toward your common destination. A great partner takes the darkest day and makes it bearable. A great partner makes any room a home. So find a great partner and be one as well. The probability that tomorrow will be better than today. Life has its ups and downs, that's just how it goes. The interesting thing about talking to old people is they all say they had a great life, a life that somehow sorted itself out. That although not everything went according to plan, in the end, things were okay. So do that. Just keep going and watch your life unfold for you. Life might seem chaotic right now, but just like a video game, the more you go through life, the better you get at playing the game. You start to recognize the music. You learn that every night eventually turns into a day, and inevitably, there will be great times ahead that you'll definitely treasure for the rest of your life. So don't miss out on those. Curiosity. What will happen next? Have you ever taken a moment to think about just how unpredictable life is? 10 years from now, your life could be completely different. Some of you will be in other countries doing something completely different than you are right now, surrounded by people you've yet to meet, but who will become your closest friends. Life in and of itself is a spectacle. Sure, traditional media likes to make it seem like everything everywhere is constantly on fire so they can keep old people glued to their TVs. But if you tune them out and just go for a walk, life is pretty fun. Life is abundant with potential and mystery. Life is a big adventure if you choose it to be. So be curious and take chances, Aluxer. What would happen if you quit your job? What would happen if you hopped on a plane and just left? What would happen if you did that thing you've been thinking of doing for the last year? Who knows? But we're eager to see where it leads to. As long as you keep going, you can always adjust course. Seeing what you can become. What if you gave it a go? What if you really did it, okay? What if you took, let's say, 1 year out of the 85 you're probably going to live and really went for it? You'd get strong, healthy. You'd build routines. You'd become good at something. It would open up doors for you that you didn't even know were there. You would grow, evolve, change. What if you went away and you came back and you were simply better? The world will be in shock witnessing your transformation. You would have figured yourself out. You would have found purpose. You could finally take care of yourself and those you care about. How awesome would that be? And the more you think about it, it's 6 to 12 months to see what that would be like. 6 to 12 months of being uncomfortable, but more than enough to see growth and see how it would benefit you. The person you would become would look back on the person you are right now as the pre-evolution form. You'd get measurably better across all 5 Alux pillars of life: finances, health, intellect, relationships, and emotions. 6 to 12 months doesn't sound like very much, yet people don't do it because they don't know where to start or how to go about it. So we made it easy for you. We built something that allows you to do just that, to evolve in an easy-to-follow and effective way. We paid international experts to break down the full transformation of the individual into actionable 15-minute daily pieces. After spending over $1 million of our own money building it for ourselves, it would be a shame to gatekeep it. It's called the Alux app, and it's available at Alux.com/app. You sign up and you get value immediately. There's a free trial to test it out for yourself, and our users swear it's changed their lives, and we expect it'll do the very same for you. You're getting $1 million worth of value for $99, so spend it and see what happens to you before the end of the year. All right, so back to our list of things that make life worth living. Pets. Although we think dogs are the absolute best, we don't discriminate. The amount of love, affection, and emotional support you receive from your pet is extraordinary. People will go John Wick for their pet because the real ones know that they're a part of the family. Pets have a simpler way of looking at life that makes them happier compared to us humans. We choose to enslave ourselves in cages of our own design based on expectations others have set for us. Meanwhile, your dog sees you and they're happy. A cat jumps up onto your lap and feels safe. They're happy enough with you just being present. People who have pets tend to have lower blood pressure, heart rate, and heart disease risks than those who don't. Having a pet not only makes you happier, but now you've got something that you're responsible for that's within your ability to care for, and that adds special meaning to your life. Real friendships. Man, how amazing is it to hit it with your boys? How amazing is it to get together with your girlfriends and just put the mask away and be yourself? We know there aren't many people that you'd call real friends out there, and that's okay. That's actually the point of it all. That's what makes it real. Some of the happiest moments you'll look back on in your life were nights spent with your friends just having fun. Those moments will stick with you forever, the ones where you laughed so hard your face hurts and your eyes tear up. One of our personal big goals in life is the following. Step 1, find great people. Step 2, do life with them. Content. Books, music, movies, videos. How great is it when you find a new song that just tickles your heartstrings? How mesmerizing is it to get sucked into a book that you totally lost track of time? The feeling of watching a movie in a cinema, of driving a convertible with your favorite tunes playing, of finding a new creator that you've never heard of before, but immediately fall in love with them and wish you were friends. We live in the peak of the content age. There's something for everyone, widely available and ranked based on what others, just like you, found interesting. You're beyond rich in this buffet of content. A great book can change your life. Same with music, as the testimonials show. Last night a DJ saved my life with a song. You're one film away from inspiring a new destiny for yourself. Some of these people spent their entire lives crafting these pieces of work. Blood, sweat, tears, and heavenly doses of talent, all at your fingertips. Use it wisely. Discovering a rabbit hole to fall into. How fun is it to discover a rabbit hole and just let yourself go? For some people, it's ancient aliens. For others, it's history, fishing, learning about cult leaders, religions, crypto, unsolved deaths and true crime, micronations, the Roman Empire, life in the universe, physics, crime families, CIA programs. Look, pick any Joe Rogan guest and just go from there. You'll find incredible experiences whenever you go beyond the surface of anything. Something you never thought you would care about in your 20s, like bird watching, suddenly creeps up on you in your late 30s. Find one thing that feels like play to you, and then find others to play with. Art and beauty. There's so much beauty in this world that you're not aware of. Once you find those little pieces of heaven on earth, you're so hooked, you won't stop until you find some more. Places of natural beauty, the beauty in people, in how things seem to fall into place, of man-made art, though heavenly inspired. The fact that seeing a beautiful woman walk by you can make your day is fascinating to us. Connecting emotionally with a piece of art makes you realize why billionaires pay millions for paintings. There's intrinsic value there, something that you just can't touch, but you can feel. This makes great art extremely valuable, especially since you don't get to create new, old art, which makes the few existing pieces even more valuable in time. Which is why it makes headlines when a blue-chip art collection goes to auction. Some of the richest families in the world are sitting on treasures that haven't been seen in public for centuries. It's a billionaire's secret weapon when it comes to building wealth. For instance, look at Basquiat's market versus other traditional investments. But the good news is, thanks to one innovative company called Masterworks.com, it's not just the billionaires that can capitalize anymore. Tens of thousands of everyday investors have already seen positive returns from their art investment. All thanks to our sponsors at Masterworks.com. How? Well, Masterworks' team of art historians and financial analysts crunched decades worth of auction data. They've acquired over 300 paintings from legendary artists like Picasso, Monet, and Banksy, and now you can unlock their potential straight from your smartphone. So far, Masterworks has generated over $45 million in net returns and counting to investors like you. 16 exits so far, and each of them have shown price appreciation. No wonder over 870,000 people have joined the platform so far. Some offerings have been so popular they've sold out within hours, but Alux subscribers can skip the waitlist and get started today using the special link in the description. Serving others. You won't get it until you do it, but once you feel it, your life unlocks. Especially for people who don't know what to do with their lives and are lacking purpose. Once you're able to take care of yourself, take care of others. Our life and purpose expands with our degree of responsibility. So the more people that we are responsible for, the more purpose we feel. Right now, you're responsible for just yourself, and that's okay. The first step is fixing yourself. Sometimes you get there by fixing others. Taking nature in. Picture this. You lived your entire life on Mars, and for your honeymoon, you came to Earth to feel what it's like to swim in the ocean. That feeling alone would be worth however many Bitcoin or moon dollars you had to spend to get there. Walking through a jungle and hearing the animals move, your feet rubbing in the sand, snow falling gently from the sky, climbing a mountain and getting to see the view from the top, the color of the leaves, especially in this time of year you're watching this. Just how freaking amazing nature is. The more time passes, the more we get addicted to nature. It's just something you don't ever get used to. And keeping up with the same sentiment, when you finally learn to find happiness in the little things. Here's something we learned relatively recently, which we can't believe we hadn't consciously done sooner. Be purposeful and acknowledge what is happening, as a means of being present and living more in the moment. It's really easy to have coffee and not realize that you just had coffee. The experience shifts if you just give it a couple of seconds of attention where your focus goes from whatever you're doing to, hey, I'm having coffee right now. Let's see how it tastes in my mouth and how my body feels. It's a very distinct and different experience to do it this way. Just like some people take a shower while others feel the warm water running across their whole body. You only notice how the sun feels on your skin if you make it a priority to notice it. And this is one of those big life secrets. The happiest people out there are those who are where their feet are with both their body and their mind. That's how you learn to find happiness in the little things. Children. Now here's our rather unusual perspective on kids, and this comes from our CEO who had a baby boy last year. A couple of years ago, if you were to ask us about our life, we would have told you that we lived a great one. If we were to die tomorrow, we would be pleased with how we lived. Sure, there are things we would want to do or accomplish in the future, but if we didn't get the chance to do them, we were proud and happy with the life we lived, and we would be at peace with a sudden death. Then he had a son. Now that this new being was brought into the world and every day keeps growing and exploring, well, that previous statement is no longer viable because going away would mean missing out on so much. And in that second, you realize your life's meaning has shifted. You are responsible for getting this child to a point where they can navigate the world on their own. More poetically, you're trapped into existence. You now have a responsibility to never let anything happen to you because that would collateralize them. Every morning when you open your eyes and see your child, smile and thank the universe that you get to experience this life. We're not sure if this happens to everyone, but it did happen for us. Children give you purpose at least for the first 2 decades, which leads us to our final point. Finding your thing. This piece is about things that make life worth living, and one should never go away before finding their thing. The thing that is something we all run toward. Whenever we're not getting closer to it, we feel icky inside. We feel sick, ill, or stuck. We all have a thing, but very few of us know what that thing is until we get it. Finding your thing is the same as finding your purpose, answering the why you are alive question. The thing is like an internal compass we all carry. It lets you know when you're on the right path. So take this opportunity right now and check yours. Are you on the right path in life? What's driving you forward? What's making your life worth living right now? Let us know in the comments. And as a thank you for sticking around until the very end, here is your bonus, my friend. Depression is not what you think it is. You might be going through something right now. We all do at some point. We don't know you and what you're feeling, but we do know that these temporary experiences are not defining for you. This is not what the rest of your life will be like. Your body feels these chemicals running through it because something isn't right. Even the word depressed signals that you need deep rest. You've been living as this character in this artificial play that doesn't feel right to you, and your body knows pretending isn't good for you anymore. That is what it's signaling. You need to take a break and a rest from this facade you've been putting on and find out who you are. You are more important than you perceive yourself to be. You're not alone, even if you feel lonely. Your presence is important and felt, even if you don't feel it. And if you're not going to live for yourself, live for others. Serve others, as we mentioned earlier, and in this process, you'll figure out how to serve yourself. 10 years from now, you'll look back on today as those dark years, but you'll be so glad that you stuck around. Everything on this list is your menu for figuring out who you want to be once you stop pretending. Give it a go and see what happens. And look, if you're feeling really down, go to findahelpline.com and have a chat with someone right now as you ride out this feeling. Since you're not the kind to quit this easily, set up an appointment with a doctor, a counselor, or a psychiatrist. More recent studies show that feeling deep blue might be caused by an iron deficiency, so even a medic could help. We want to see you again next Sunday, and the Sunday after that, and the Sunday after that. Although we've never personally met, you took the time to hang out with us today, and we enjoyed that, so please, let's do it again. If you're up for it, write the word "again" in the comments. We'll see you back here next Sunday.